You hatch open an egg inside your mother's womb. You're not alone in there. You're sharing this cramped space with about a dozen of your siblings. What a cozy family I have. Oh boy, some of your siblings got snapped up before they even see the light of day. You see, the womb isn't exactly welcoming. Baby sharks has to keep eating their siblings and eggs in order to keep surviving. It's like if the Hunger Games took place in a studio apartment, except instead of teenagers with bows and arrows, it's embryonic sharks with developing teeth. Few months passes and you drop in the open ocean. Your mom leaves you the moment you're born. Yeah, sharks aren't really parenting type. The neighborhood isn't a friendly place either. Predators are everywhere. Groupers, orcas, or even large crabs will find a meal like you irresistible. But you have an advantage. You're fast. You have a speed of up to 56 kilometers, and with grayish-blue skin, you have the ocean's perfect camouflage. You swim for hours, enjoying the coastal views, but swimming makes you hungry. You spot a tiny fish near you. You slow down, let the currents carry you, and... maybe you're still not the apex predator you think you are. You take a few hunting lessons, and after a couple of failed attempts, you finally get your first meal. Your only goal now? Get huge. Because in the ocean, you're either bulking up or becoming someone else's snack. And honestly, option 2 doesn't sound very fun. A grouper. You think for a second, sizing it up, but then decides that it's too big for your size. For now, you stick to the basics. Rays, flatfish, and occasional crabs are on the menu. You spend your days slithering through the coastal waters and reefs, mostly keeping it to the water where you feel safe. As you drift silently through the blue void, your lateral line picking up faint vibrations, a small sea lion, separated from his colony, paddling nervously at the surface. A perfect target. You angle upward, accelerating with minimal effort. You wait for a second to get closer, and with lightning speed, you bite through its body. Dinner served. By now, you've figured out that you need to eat or die. But here's where it gets complicated. What exactly are you supposed to eat? See, baby great whites can't tackle the same prey as adults. Your jaws aren't strong enough for seals, and your hunting skills aren't refined enough for fast fish. So you're stuck in this awkward phase where you're too big for the small stuff, but too small for the big stuff. And to make matters worse, your body is changing faster than a middle schooler hitting puberty. Your teeth are constantly falling out and being replaced, your muscles are developing at different rates, and your hunting instincts are firing like faulty Christmas lights, with no predictable pattern. Oh wait, it's a leopard seal basking on the ocean's surface. It's not huge, probably a juvenile like you. It's still a risky move. You think about it for a moment, weighing your options. Should you go for it? Could be your first big test as a hunter. Why not? You sink deeper beneath the surface, your streamlined body disappearing into the blue shadows. Your muscles tense as you circle below, and with a powerful thrust of your tail, it wasn't as tough as I thought. That's your first taste of success as a true predator. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not every day is a win. Sometimes your prey just makes you look dumb. Like that one time you confidently went after a crab, but it dragged you halfway across the reef before it managed to escape. Yeah, that wasn't your finest moment, but don't worry, no one saw that. The bright side is, at least with every successful hunt, you become a bit bigger, bolder, and just a tad wiser. By the time you're fully into your juvenile phase, the ocean doesn't feel quite as intimidating anymore. Sure, there are still big predators out there, but you're climbing up the food chain, and fast. Months slip away and you're settling into these waters like you own them. You've perfected the stealth game, drifting below the surface for hours, or days, or even weeks. Finally, you spot a juicy seal colony lounging on the rocks near the coastline. You sink beneath the surface, your dorsal fin perfectly hidden, your ghostly white belly concealed against the bright sky above. You wait, muscles coiled like springs, eyes locked on to that one oblivious seal playing too close to the deep. And then, where did this jerk come from? Do you think you'd mind sharing just a tiny bite to ease your hunger? Oh, probably not a good time to ask. Let's just swim away, quietly. As the years roll by, you refine your skills, learning every current and hunting ground in your territory. You've mastered the art of invisibility, using your countershaded body, dark above, white below, to become virtually invisible whether seen from above or below. You've developed a sensory system so advanced you can detect a drop of blood from miles away and feel the heartbeat of prey through the water. And your body, pure muscle. At this point, you're no longer just a juvenile shark. You're approaching the prime of your life. At over 12 feet long and still growing, you're a true force to be reckoned with, or at least some paralyzing fear for most creatures in these waters. No more snacking on small fish and rays. You've graduated to the premium menu. Seals, sea lions, and even the occasional dolphin that makes the mistake of swimming alone. But as you grow larger, the coastal waters begin to feel crowded. Other sharks, just as hungry and territorial as you, compete for the same feeding grounds. It's time to establish your domain, a reliable hunting zone where you can feed, rest, and feed some more. You patrol the coastline, exploring every bay, reef, and seal colony, testing the waters quite literally for the perfect balance of prey abundance and minimal competition. After weeks of searching, you find it. A sheltered bay teeming with plump seals where the hunting is good and other sharks seem scarce. The perfect territory. You mark the area with your name, claim it as your own. This is where you'll live out the next chapter of your life. And speaking of the next chapter, something strange starts happening. As the waters cool, a restless feeling washes over you. An ancient programming in your DNA activates, urging you to leave your comfortable hunting grounds. You've never done this before, but you know exactly what to do. You point yourself toward the open ocean and swim through the endless blue, guided by the Earth's magnetic field. As you reach mating ground and you're seeing your fellow sharks in a whole different light, finding a mate isn't as simple as tossing up pickup lines. It's a complex dance of oceanic display, biting, and gift-giving, because nothing says I love you like a freshly caught leopard seal. I guess it wasn't big enough. After a few false starts and awkward encounters, you realize that not every shark appreciates being dive-bombed with leopard seals, but eventually you find your perfect match. You circle each other in an underwater dance that's about as elegant as two buses trying to parallel park during a hurricane. There's biting involved, and not the gentle kind. Romance shark style is basically just trying not to lose a fin while ensuring the continuation of your species. And after a few hours like this, the deed is done. She will continue your DNA, and you're back to your regular schedule of hunting, eating, and more hunting. As we've established earlier, sharks doesn't really care about their children's or family life. Years pass, and at 20 feet long, you've reached your prime. Your hunting success rate is at its peak. Your bite force could crush a turtle shell like it's a cheap plastic toy. You've survived countless migrations, mating seasons, and close calls with fishing boats. Your body bears the scars of your journey, reminders of the orcas, rival sharks, and that one particularly aggressive sea lion that just wouldn't accept its place on the food chain. Each scar tells a story of survival in a world where being anything less than perfect often means death. You continue your cycle of coastal hunting and open ocean migration, a rhythm as ancient as your species itself. The ocean may be vast, but it's your home. Every current, every hunting ground, every challenge. Great white shark usually dies of natural causes, or sometimes fighting other predators.